Tom. I mean, it's just that simple. Come on, you have to come in and contribute now. Now, I figured out one thing with Brandon Garrison. You probably haven't thought of this. You remember Brandon had that 20-11 against Oklahoma?
Right.
Okay, what I figure is it wasn't Oklahoma, it was their colors.
Okay.
And see, their colors are the same as South Carolina's colors. So I think Brandon Garrison is going to have another big game simply because the color of their uniform.
We'll go with that. That's as good as anything else.
Can I use that, please?
I like that, yeah. It is, I'm not even sure if it's half full. So
No.
it's filled up a little bit more from about 10 minutes ago when it looked like it was about a third full. So maybe they'll get to, 60% ballparking it. But there's going to be enough Kentucky fans in here that I think you will hear them if this goes well for the Wildcats, who are decked out in the road blue with white numerals and letters. And the Wildcats have those two white stripes down the left side of the uniform. And for the Gamecocks, in the home white, the maroon, or what they call the garnet numerals and letters. Kentucky will be going from left to right from our vantage point, which is on the same side of the floor as the benches. So it'll look just the opposite if you are synced up with us on TV. The officiating crew, headed by Olandis Poole, working with Jeb Hartness and Owen Short. And it is Walker as the fifth starter for South Carolina. Sharp-Jumps in the center circle at 6'9", opposite Moreno. We're just about to get this one underway. And one correction, it's not two in a row here for the Gamecocks. Kentucky did win here in 22, but it's 3 out of the last 4 times Kentucky's been here. South Carolina's been able to get away with a win. Gamecocks get the tip. Michi Johnson comes across the line, works it left side to Sharp-Jumps. Cross-court pass goes to Knox. Knox out deep on the right side, moves across the circle, going left, picks it up, swings it back right side. They get it to Sharp-Jumps in the right corner. Dribbles out front, back to Johnson. Going to shoot a long three. Good. Well, Goose, that's just what you didn't want to see.
I did not want to see that, Tom. I'm not going to say any more about that.
Michi Johnson, his 49th three-point basket of the season. South Carolina's on the board first. Oweh at the high post, lost the ball out of bounds, and a turnover for Kentucky. Just as he started to drive, the ball just flew out of his hands. So a three for South Carolina, a turnover for Kentucky. Johnson jogs it up into front court. He's picked up by Aberdeen. Hands it off to Sharp-Jumps. Comes to Knox on the left side. They run Johnson off a screen, makes the catch out deep on the right, slides right. They double him. Pass back to the middle to Strong. Misses the three. Rebound knocked out of bounds off the hand of Walker. Oweh battling for it along with Jelavic. It'll be Kentucky's ball.
They will run a lot of screen and roll stuff as well, Tom. So for Moreno, he's going to have to really be ready to hedge out there and take that turn away.
Moreno passes left side to Oweh out beyond the three-point line. They try to double him coming off the screen. Swings it down in the corner to Jelavic. Turns down a wide-open three. Drives through the lane. Pass to the right corner to Aberdeen. Hands it out to Chandler. His three's in the air.
He's not going to turn that down.
And he should not. But Jelavic turned down a wide-open. Well, that ties the score at 3. Colin Chandler with his 58th three of the season, shooting 43% beyond the arc. Michi Johnson, left wing for South Carolina. Out to Sharp-Jumps. They run Johnson off a screen. Can't get him the ball. Down in the corner it comes to Walker. Dribbles out to the wing. Hands it to Sharp-Jumps.
Got to step up on him now.
He's going to shoot that three.
He
Good.
so.
Off the left wing.
So Jelavic has to shoot it on one end, and he has to step out and challenge him on the other.
2 threes for the Gamecocks. Kentucky with the basketball down 6-3. Right side, Aberdeen. One dribble, passes across to Moreno at the top. Left side to Oweh, tries to drive, cut off, spins and brings it back out front. Off to Chandler, left wing, another three. This one's no good. Rebounded by Jelavic, hands it out to Aberdeen, fakes the three, goes down into the lane, fall away 10-footers, no good. Looked like he got pushed, but
they didn't call it.
An air ball and a rebound to South Carolina. Michi Johnson up into front court for the Gamecocks. Drives down the lane. Ball's knocked away by Aberdeen. It's loose in the lane, and Oweh chases it down for Kentucky. Good D by Aberdeen on the drive by Johnson. He loves getting into the lane. Here's Oweh trying to get into the lane at the other end. Down the left side. Banks it up. Rolls off. No good. And a foul called on South Carolina.
Well, it's interesting how much pushing teams do against Kentucky and get away with it. It's just very interesting as guys I mean, sometimes you talk about being physical. For guys who are not used to being physical, it's a very easy call to make.
Jelavic, open, right corner, lets it fly. No good. Rebound, Moreno. Couldn't control it down to the right baseline. It's out of bounds. Kentucky ball. He was battling with Knox. Kentucky will keep the possession. The foul, by the way, was on Strong of South Carolina, his first and the first of the game.
Yeah, that's something Kentucky will be able to do. They should be able to chase down some offensive rebounds.
Comes into Moreno, left side, about 15 feet out. Backing his way down. Bumping. Pivots to the baseline. A little floater. No good. Rebounded by Strong for South Carolina. Moreno got a good look.
Yes, he did.
Sharp jumps. Now deep on the right side. Across to Knox to Johnson on the left wing. Drives into the paint. Kicks it out to a wide open Sharp jumps for a three. It's good. That's 3 threes for South Carolina.
Oh, boy.
9-3. Gamecocks average 11 threes a game in their 3 SEC wins. They've already got 3. Oweh, left corner, cut off. Passes to the high post to Jelavic. One dribble, he hands it to Moreno. Gives it off to Oweh out deep on the left side. Backs out to Jelavic in the corner. Open three, he'll take it. Missed it. Rebound tapped up, and South Carolina's got it. Jelavic had a wide open shot from each corner. Couldn't knock down either one. Michi Johnson, right side. Gets into the paint, loses the ball, but a reach-in foul called against Kentucky.
Oweh, I think it was just reaching in.
First on Kentucky. Oweh got into some first-half foul trouble, as did Chandler down at Auburn on Saturday. Strong goes out. Norton Kapich, the 6'8 senior, checks in for South Carolina.
Sherjams went out as well, man. That's a little surprised to see him go out.
Top of the circle, Knox, a three. Rims out, no good. Tap, no good. Moreno clears the rebound for Kentucky. Off to Aberdeen. Aberdeen runs it up the right side. Slows up as he comes into front court. Back to Moreno at the top. Loses the ball. Just dropped the ball. South Carolina's got it coming the other way. Knocks to the rim. Missed it. Moreno with the rebound.
Well, they must have called a foul.
Foul, or the ball just knocked out of bounds off Knox's hand.
Okay.
So it's Kentucky ball, and Garrison checking in for the Wildcats, and Moreno will come out. 9-3. South Carolina's made 3-3. Sharjop's made 2 of those threes, but he's out of the game. Eli Ellis is the other player that checked in, a 6-foot freshman. He averages 9 per game off the bench. Kapich averages 3 per game off the bench. And Chandler coming out for Kentucky as Jasper Johnson is in. Aberdeen on the point. Johnson down in the right corner. Over on the left side, it goes to Oweh. Aberdeen jogs down to the left corner. Oweh walks it out front. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson comes into the paint. Overhead pass to Jelavic. Open three, left side. Missed another one. Rebound off the backside by Garrison. Fires it back left side. Aberdeen. His three. Good.
Great job, Brandon.
Offensive rebound by Garrison, and the kick-out three for Aberdeen. 9-6. South Carolina's lead cut in half. Oh, they say it's a 2. 9-5 on the board right now. So a 2 for now. South Carolina with the basketball. Straight away, 3-ball. Good. Kapich, just his 8th of the season, shooting 26% beyond the arc. Gamecocks have 4 baskets. They're all threes. It's 12-5 South Carolina. Johnson, straight away between the circles, holding the ball down at his waist. Feeds it to Garrison in the lane. Dumps it underneath. Jelavic, reverse layup. Good. Nice ball movement and a cut from Jelavic.
Great job, Brendan Garrison. Couple of really nice plays.
12-7, South Carolina. Gamecocks with the basketball. Johnson comes into the circle, cut off by Aberdeen. Johnson's got it out deep on the left side. Here's a 3 from the top of the key. This one's no good, but the long rebound chased down by Johnson. It's Jordan Butler who missed it. Long 3 missed by Johnson, and it's rebounded by Oweh for Kentucky. 12-7 South Carolina. Cats with the ball. Oweh floats it into the paint to Garrison.
Take him.
Garrison.
Take him, Brandon.
Turns, shoots a 10-footer. Missed it. Rebounded by Kapich for South Carolina.
Well, he has to make his mind up as soon as he catches the ball.
Michi Johnson in the middle of the floor for South Carolina. Passes off on the right side to Ellis. Johnson with him. They swing it back left side to Johnson. Michi Johnson on the drive, cut off by Aberdeen. Spins back into the left elbow and throws it away. Tried to hit Ellis cutting along the baseline, but he threw it right to Brandon Garrison. Kentucky with the steal. Johnson goes across the circle, moving left, cut off, step back 3, rims out. Rebounded by Garrison. Lost the ball, but a foul on South Carolina.
Take it to the basket, just like that. Quick move.
Fouls on Michi Johnson. That's his first, team second. Timeout on the floor. 13:58 left to play here in the opening half in Columbia. And the Gamecocks lead Kentucky 12-7 on the UK Sports Network. You can help Market Cancer Center in its fight against cancer at the next home game this Saturday. Just grab a souvenir cup at Rupp Arena for a chance to win great prizes like a VIP trip to a Cats away game, a Visit Myrtle Beach vacation, or Cats merchandise. South Carolina shoots 31% from the three-point line for the season. They average making just under 8 threes per game. They've made 4 already. They lead 12-7. Kentucky's ball. They get it into Oweh right of the lane, and he quickly banks it up and in. Nice play off the inbounds.
Well, I love out-of-bounds plays that are designed to get a score.
And Kentucky got one for Otega Oweh's first basket. Sharp jumps back in the game, handling the ball on the point for South Carolina. Comes left side to Knox. Knox throws it back to Sharp jumps. He dribbles over to his right, then floats the pass all the way across court to Knox. Driving left baseline, cut off by Aberdeen. Spins, fires out to Sharp jumps. Driving on Garrison, cut off, steps back, keeps his dribble, moves out beyond the three-point line, lets it fly. No good. Rebound, tipped up into the air, batted around, and knocked out of bounds finally by Ellis of South Carolina. It'll be Kentucky's ball. Here comes Colin Chandler popping up off the Kentucky bench. And he is going to check in for Denzel Aberdeen. So that'll put Jasper Johnson at the point for Kentucky.
Yeah, I like those few minutes where Jasper got to run the 2 spot.
Dioubate has checked in for Kentucky and placed the Jelavic. 12-9, South Carolina Cats with the ball. Come down to the 13-minute mark here in this first half in Columbia. Garrison dribbles to his right, hands it to Chandler. Feeds Garrison to the pick and roll. Goes for the dunk and it rims out. Wide open off the roll, but he could not finish the dunk. South Carolina's got it going the other way. Knox on the right wing. Fires it out front to Sharp jumps. They work it left side to Ellis. Ellis comes into the circle and a reach-in foul called on Johnson of Kentucky. It's 2 on the Wildcats.
Well, good job, Jasper. Get behind there. Great pass to Brendan Garrison. I'm not sure if the South Carolina player, E.J. Walker, got a hand on that dunk attempt to make him lose control of it, but certainly one he'd like to have over again.
South Carolina plays it into Ellis out deep on the right side. Ellis comes over to the left side, gives it to the 7-footer Butler, back to Ellis straight away. Ellis goes over to his right, now comes back with a left-hand dribble into the circle, out to Sharp jumps, quick closeout from Oweh. Back to Ellis, 5 to shoot. Ellis comes into the lane, ball stripped away by Dioubate and out of bounds off the leg of Ellis. Kentucky ball, turnover South Carolina because of the quick hands of Dioubate on the drive. Moreno back in, Garrison out.
Well, I love how active Brandon Garrison was during that stretch.
Yeah, it's too bad he didn't get rewarded for a nice pick and roll play to get to the rim. And Moreno's back in for the Cats. 12-9, South Carolina's. Kentucky comes back on the attack. Jasper Johnson running the point now. Chandler comes up off the screen, makes the catch on the left wing. It's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds by Ellis. Kentucky's ball there on the side where Chandler will play it in.
Tommy, our position up here in the rafters is not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. Moreno's got the ball left baseline, working his way down into the paint. Jump stop, turns, goes up, whistle, he walks.
Yeah.
Third Kentucky turnover. Just got a little off balance. He was trying to bump with Butler, back his way into the paint, and he's going to be so much more effective next season when he's stronger, Goose.
Yeah, when he learns how to make a quick decision, knowing that the contact is coming, but also delivering some of that physical play that he receives. He's going to be able to deliver some of that back.
Ellis works it up from backcourt for South Carolina. 12-9, the Gamecocks lead it. 12:15 left first half. Knox in the left corner. Drives baseline, cut off by Chandler. Overhead pass across the court to Sheriff Jumps. He drives baseline, gives it back to Knox in the lane. Muscles it up and in off the glass. Knox with his first bucket, 14-9, South Carolina. Oweh double teamed out deep on the left, throws it across to Johnson. Crossover dribble, step back 3, missed it, and rebound to South Carolina. Cats were cold at that three-point line on Saturday at Auburn, and it is continuing so far here tonight in Columbia. They get it down low to Sharp Jumps, goes for the basket. It's blocked by Moreno. Sharp Jumps gets it back, then he lost it. Jasper Johnson on the floor to come up with a loose ball. Kentucky with the steal, going the other way. Chandler jogs it up the right side, stops on the wing, Comes off a screen. They double him. Pass down in the corner. Here's Dioubate on the drive. Cut off. Pivots. Feeds Johnson cutting through the lane. He spins, and they call him for walking.
Well, he just lost his footing. Slipped a little bit.
Timeout on the floor. 11:21 left, first half. South Carolina leading Kentucky 14-9 on the UK Sports Network. Presented by CHI St. Joseph Help all season long. Show airs Saturday mornings at 9 on WLEX in Lexington. Check UKathletics.com/UK Sports Network for TV affiliates and times in your area. If you're outside the state, you can watch at UKathletics.com/videos or on the Kentucky Wildcats Facebook page. Turnovers is a hot topic in our pregame whip around with Dave, and Kentucky already has 4 of them. In their 4 SEC losses, they've averaged almost 14 turnovers a game as opposed to 8.5 in their 8 SEC wins. And really some unforced errors in several cases so far here early, Goose.
Yeah, a couple of traveling situations that Kentucky were guilty of, no question about it, both times. So you just kind of hope that corrects itself.
Aberdeen back in at the point for Kentucky in place of Johnson. South Carolina with the ball. Aberdeen working against H.E. Johnson, who takes it down to the left corner. Johnson double team, backs out, throws it out front. They give it right back to him. Cross court to Sharp, jumps right of the circle. Comes to Walker on the left side. He gets into the paint and then throws it out to Sharp. Drops 10 on the shot clock. Comes left side to Johnson. Johnson, a step beyond the three-point line, floats it across court. Here's a drive and shot put up no good, but a foul called against Dioubate, as I think it was Butler who made the drive to the basket and got challenged and fouled by Dioubate.
And A.J. Johnson might have hurt his knee on that play. He was kind of grabbing his knee, still down on the floor. They are helping him up.
It was E.J. Walker, coming in.
Sorry.
I couldn't tell when they drive from our position. We're at an angle up in the corner, and when the ball was on that other side, the back support is between us and Walker's. I couldn't quite get a clear eye on who was making the drive. It was Walker. He's at the line, and the first one rattles out. No good.
Well, Walker, a freshman from Florence, Kentucky, he has worked hard to earn a starting spot here. I got to give the young man credit.
Makes the second one. All-time leading scorer, playing for his dad at Lloyd Memorial up there in northern Kentucky. It's 15-9 South Carolina. Moreno, top of the circle. Dribbles left, hands it to Oweh. Oweh into the paint. Goes up with a 10-footer. Good. Second bucket for Oweh.
Well, and it's amazing because he gets so much attention every time he catches the ball.
15-11 South Carolina. Ellis out deep on the right. Gives it to Walker at the top. Hands it to Johnson. Johnson goes down the right side of the lane. Pitch to the corner. Ellis, 3. No good. Rebound, Aberdeen. Aberdeen throws it up into front court to Oweh on the right wing. Slows down. Goes baseline. A collision and a blocking call against South Carolina. They tried to draw the charge, but Oweh had the advantage. And that's on H.E. Johnson. And South Carolina's leading scorer is out, maybe going out with 2 fouls and 3 on the Gamecocks.
And I don't know that was even trying to earn the foul. I think he was trying to earn the acting award on that one. He went flying, but there was no way he was in position. He did a great job of trying to sell it. I give him a lot of credit.
So he goes out with 2 fouls, knocks back in, pass into Moreno for Kentucky, which is down 15-11. Here's Chandler into the paint, floats it out to Aberdeen straight away, to Oweh on the wing. Oweh comes out front, double team, bounces across court to Aberdeen, down in the corner, Dioubate wide open, he'll take the 3, and no good. Kentucky 1 for 8 at the 3-point line. Dioubate now 2 for 21 on the season. Here's left wing, a 3, missed by South Carolina, was Jelavic. Put it up, rebounded by Moreno for Kentucky. 15-11 Gamecocks, Cats with the ball. Aberdeen across the circle going right, walks it back into the middle, fires it off on the right side to Chandler. Chandler gives it to Dioubate, spins, gets into the lane, a collision, and a blocking call, and the basket goes in. Yes. The shot goes in, count the basket for Kentucky.
Great job by Mo. I mean, listen, that 3-point shot that he took, I understand that's not necessarily what Kentucky wants. I mean, there's a reason he's open. But every now and then, he has to let one fly just to kind of keep the defense honest, because they're playing 5 against 4 if he doesn't.
And on a limited number, he shot about 40% at Alabama last year, so he can make some of those. He's not as bad as his current numbers suggest. He's a better three-point shooter than that, but certainly hasn't been this season. Dioubate, free throw, no good. Trying to complete the three-point play, but Moreno chases down the rebound. Out to Chandler. Turns down the three on the left side to drive, but he couldn't get to the rim. Oweh's out. Noah's in for Kentucky. Noah's got it right of the circle.
He's going to
Bounces it
have to
Moreno.
give some offense, Trent Noah.
Moreno gives it to Aberdeen on the left wing. They double-team him. He backs out of the trap. Cross-court pass to Chandler. 1 to shoot. Chandler gets bumped as he puts up a shot that's no good, and they call a foul. Or no, they call a shot clock violation.
I don't know that was correct.
I don't think so either. He got the shot off before it got to zero.
I don't think that's correct.
Mark Pope is up making that point. Chandler let that ball go, because one thing for this angle, we're looking right dead on the shot clock, and Chandler was driving to the rim, and the ball was out of his hands.
Now, he missed it, and they had the rebound, so.
But it is South Carolina ball.
It is South Carolina ball. I think they would have had it anyway.
Sheriff Jumps brings it up into front court. 6'9" player that can bring the ball up, shoot the three, and also play in the post. Here's Knox in the right corner. Fakes the three, drives.
Jump ball
by Moreno. Jump ball call. And on the alternating possession, it'll go Kentucky's way. So Moreno really doing a nice job of challenging shots at the rim from South Carolina, which shot 59% inside the arc in their win over Mississippi State on last Wednesday.
And sometimes we forget that Trent Noah had committed to South Carolina. So
that's right.
He would have been in school here. So he needs to get some offense going.
Dioubate right of the lane, fires a pass to the left corner. Noah, quick three, hits the side of the backboard.
That's okay. Just shoot it.
South Carolina comes out with the ball. They lead it 15-13. Straight away, Walker dumps it down in the corner to Knox. Knox backing in against Noah. Walking him back into the lane. Fall away, 8-footers, no good, and Noah claims the rebound. He defended that well and then grabbed the defensive rebound. Drives it up into front court. Gives it to the trailer Dioubate. Left side, Aberdeen. Three good. And Kentucky takes the lead for the first time tonight.
Finally a lead. And I like the way Aberdeen stayed patient. You know he wanted to shoot it a couple times, but they've been all over him.
And here's the Go Big Blue chant from the Kentucky fans in the house. Sheriff Jumps drives it to the right elbow. Over to Strong. Three. No good. Rebound Aberdeen. South Carolina's gone cold at that three-point line. Aberdeen down the middle of the floor. Pull up three in transition. 2 in a row.
Gotta run. Gotta get some quick offense going.
Timeout, South Carolina. 7:52 to play. Kentucky on a 10-0 run to take a 19-15 lead here in South Carolina. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network. Back-to-back reads from Denzel Aberdeen, punctuating a 10-0 Kentucky run. As the Wildcats in front for the first time tonight, 19-15 here in Columbia. Gamecocks made 4 of their first 9 shots. They were all three-pointers. Since then, they're 1 for 9 and 0 for 4 at the three-point line. Kentucky's made 4 of its last 6 shots, 2 of them being the Aberdeen threes. And with 7:52 to play, 19-15, the Cats are in front.
And Kentucky has not turned the ball over, but one time since that last time out. It's amazing when you protect the ball and at least get a look at the basket, what might happen.
And South Carolina's leading scorer, Michi Johnson's on the bench with 2 fouls. Garrison back in at the 5 spot for Kentucky in place of Moreno. Ellis out deep on the right side. Drives it down underneath the basket. Reverse layup. Comes off. No good, but it's tapped in. And they're going to say...
Should be offensive goaltending on that.
Basket interference on Butler, the 7-footer from South Carolina. Nullify the basket and give Kentucky the ball with a 19-15 lead. I think that might have gone in anyway.
It might have.
Aberdeen walks it into front court for Kentucky. Chandler comes out deep on the left side to take the pass back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, middle of the floor. Keeps his dribble as they double him. Left side to Chandler. Chandler back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen moves it to the top. Feeds Garrison on the pick and roll. And we've got a foul on Kentucky. Brandon Garrison.
The screen was moving when the contact occurred.
Poor Brandon cannot get away with anything.
He really can't.
Every little nudge or push or something
really
subtle,
can.
he gets caught every time, it seems like.
But it looks like that's something Kentucky can use. They've gotten some good looks out of it.
4 fouls on the Cats. South Carolina with the ball. Strong fouled as he tried to drive right baseline. And
That's
it'll be on Mo Dioubate. And that will be his second. 5 on the Cats. Oweh's going to pop up off the Kentucky bench. And let's see if he comes in for Dioubate. Nope. And Moreno up off the bench may leave Garrison at the 4. Well, Dioubate does go out. Nope. Noah's going out. Moreno's coming in. Actually, Noah just changed sides of the floor, so he stays in. And Garrison comes out. Sorry for the confusion. But it's Garrison and Dioubate to the bench. Moreno and Oweh are in. So really 4 guards and Moreno out there for Kentucky now. Ellis plays it into Strong in the right corner. Strong backing down on Chandler. Double team. Throws it across court to Ellis. Ellis with 10 on the shot clock. South Carolina looks a little in a struggle mode without Johnson. Long 3 straight away from Strong is no good. And Kentucky comes out with a rebound. And Noah chased down the loose ball after it was batted around. Oweh in the right corner, fakes the 3, comes into the lane, kicks it out to a wide open Aberdeen. Hits another one.
Way to go, D.A.
Nice drive and dish by Oweh.
Great look by Ortega.
3 straight threes for Aberdeen. It's 22-15 Kentucky. Knox, left side, cross-court pass to Sheriff Jones. He's got it out deep on the right side. Just holding the ball at his waist, goes to work off the bounce, comes into the circle, gives it up to Strong. Strong at the left elbow. Jab step, going to turn his back to Moreno and try to back him down. Strong comes into the paint, turns, shoots with the left hand, rims out.
Great defense.
Rebound, Noah.
Noah needs a shot.
Moreno behind the defense, makes the catch on the long pass for Oweh. Can't get the shot. Out to Ortega beyond the three-point line. Didn't want it. Hands it over to Noah on the left side. Gives it back to Oweh. Oweh straight away. Tries to go right. The ball's knocked away, but it's recovered by Chandler. Chandler comes into the paint. Throws it left side. Noah. Yes. Wide open 3. No. Rimmed down on him.
Oh, man.
Prince had a couple of good looks. Not been able to make them. 22-15 South Carolina. Gamecocks for the basketball. 5:35 left to play in the first half. Sheriff jumps straight away. Dribbles over to the left. Noah switches off on him. He's moving across to Strong to Knox on the right wing. Knox goes baseline. Ball flies out of his hands, hit the side of the backboard, and turnover South Carolina.
Man, I just had 4 Kentucky fans come up from and say hi to us up here from down in Harlan, Kentucky. And boy, they were about to explode when Trent took that shot. Boy, he hasn't missed that shot in practice the last 3 days.
You just want to see him get one to go, and maybe it'll open the door for more. Aberdeen walks it into front court across the big C Gamecock logo at South Carolina. Chandler left side with the basketball. Floats it back across to Aberdeen. He's made the last 3 buckets, all 3s for Kentucky. He's out beyond the three-point line on the right side. Crossover dribble, but he can't get into the paint, so he shovels it out to Chandler. Chandler starts down the left side, changes direction, comes back into the paint, threw it away, trying to feed it down to Moreno.
Trying too much dribbling.
Yes.
Too much dribbling.
Pass ahead to Ellis. Drives into the paint. Cut off by Noah, so he throws it back out front for an open 3. Capich, no good. Rebounded and put back up and in. South Carolina cuts the lead to 22-17. Ends the Kentucky run at 13 straight. There's Chandler out deep on the right side to Noah in the corner.
That's hard also.
No good. Moreno taps it out to Aberdeen, to Oweh. 3-point shot in the air. No good. Noah chasing down the rebound on the left baseline. Throws it out to Chandler. Deep 3 straight away. No good. And the ball caroms into the end of the South Carolina bench. Gamecock ball with 4:22 to play in the half. Going to get Jelavic up off the bench.
But Trent's had 3 really, really good looks at the basket. I'm glad to see the guys in his ear keep shooting.
Jelavic and Garrison coming into the game. Chandler went out, and now Moreno is going to go out. So it's Aberdeen, Noah, Oweh, Garrison, and Jelavic on the floor for Kentucky.
And Trent's going to stay in the game, so that's a confidence opportunity for him.
Across to Capich. His three missed everything to the right of the rim, and the ball comes off to Aberdeen. Bounce pass ahead to Garrison. He's going for the basket, flips it up, no, tapped up, no good. Batted around and controlled by Sheriff Jumps for South Carolina.
Boy, a lot of missed opportunities for Kentucky here. This lead probably should be double figures.
Yes, it should. Capich, right side. They get it out front to Sheriff Jumps. Comes left side to Knox. Knox holding the ball beyond the arc, feeds Sheriff Jumps, cutting down low, and a foul on Noah. Sheriff Jumps cut from the right wing to right under the basket, and his teammate found him, and Noah could only commit the foul to prevent the basket. That's his first. That's 6 on Kentucky. Gets us to a timeout. It's 22-17. Kentucky in front. 3:41 left to play in the first half here on the UK Sports Network. 22-17. Kentucky leading South Carolina. 3:41 left in the first half. Subscribe to the Behind Kentucky Basketball podcast presented by UK Federal Credit Union. Available for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, and the official UK Athletics app. Wildcats not shooting it great at 9 for 28, 4 of 16 threes, but they have 8 offensive rebounds and a plus 12 overall on the boards. And South Carolina's last in three-point field goal percentage, last in two-point percentage, and last in offensive rebound percentage. So it's a team that frequently gets out-rebounded, and it's important for Kentucky to maximize that advantage tonight.
Well, and Kentucky is holding South Carolina to just 26%. So even though Kentucky's shooting it very poorly at 32%, they're doing a decent job on defense. But I'm looking at the scoreboard, and this 5-point lead could be cut.
Free throw rims out for Sheriff Jumps. This is a team that shoots 79% at the line, but they're 1 for 3 so far. And Kentucky so far doing a nice job of playing without fouling. South Carolina shot 27 free throws in their win over State on Saturday, made 23. Sheriff Jumps hits the second of 2 for his 7th point. He'll get a breather, and Meechie Johnson back in with 3:41 to play in the half. And they were up 4 when he left. They're down 4 now.
Just seems like Kentucky should be up double figures here. Sometimes that's frightening.
7 turnovers has prevented Kentucky from getting some scoring opportunities. Here's Jelavic into the paint, lays it up and in.
Nice job.
Turned down the threes and just drove it to the basket. They're not going inside, get inside.
I totally agree with that.
24-18. Favor the Cats. 3:15 to play in the half. Johnson straight away, or Knox straight away. Fires it over the right side to Ellis. Ellis comes out front, gives it across to Johnson, deep on the left. Aberdeen digs in against him. Johnson's got it, moving over to the right side. Backs out. Moreno has him on a switch. Let's see if Johnson tries to take him. He does. Comes into the lane all the way to the rim, and the shot comes off, and Moreno rebounds it. Tough break for Meechie Johnson. Good one for Kentucky. Jelavic leading the break. Reverse layup with the left hand is good. Caught it on the pass from Aberdeen down along the right baseline and slid under and put it in with the left hand.
Boy, a clean rebound. Kentucky hadn't had many of them. They've rebounded well, don't get me wrong, but those transition opportunities have been few and far between.
Polk 3 out front. No good. Rebounded by Aberdeen. Cats with their biggest lead at 26-18, and they have the ball. Here's Oweh out deep on the left side. Dribbles it down to the baseline. Cut off. Picks it up. Throws it out to Jelavic. Jelavic gives it to Oweh. Down in that left corner. Moves inside the arc. And his 15-footer rattles out into the hands of Meechie Johnson for South Carolina. 2:12 to play in the half. 26-18 Kentucky. Johnson goes down the right side of the lane. Gets to the rim. Lost the ball out of bounds. Yeah. And they're going to call a foul on Aberdeen. Official underneath the basket had the best look at it, was just calling the ball out of bounds off Aberdeen, but the official behind Aberdeen, who had no idea what Aberdeen's hands were doing, called the foul.
And now listen, I think Aberdeen did get him. I mean, I understand that.
We can see that from our angle. He couldn't from his.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there.
I know he got him, but it just seemed weird that that official made the call.
Johnson at the line. 2 shots. Comes up short. Uncharacteristic free throw shooting by the Gamecocks. It's good for Kentucky. Ellis out, and E.J. Walker comes back in. So South Carolina gets considerably bigger in that exchange. 26-18 Kentucky. One more shot for Johnson, who shoots 82% at the line. Just 1 basket so far. First one of the game for South Carolina, and now he has the second free throw and 4 points.
And 2 fouls.
Yes, 26-19 Kentucky. 2 minutes to play in the half.
Kentucky needs a basket here in a big way.
Aberdeen gives it to Chandler straight away. Feeds it down low to Moreno. Spins to his right hand. Tried to go up with a shot, and he got fouled. 2 defenders collapsed on him. And I think they're going to give it to Walker. Nope. Capich. He picks up his second foul. 5th team foul on South Carolina. Moreno will go to the line to shoot 2. He is yet to score in the game. 69% at the stripe. South Carolina dead last, or correction, next to last in SEC play in defensive efficiency as Moreno hits the shot to extend the lead back to 8 for Kentucky. Gamecocks have seen 8 of 14 opponents in league play score 80 or more against them. Second shot, good. Nice. Moreno knocks down
job.
2.
Nice job stepping up there and knocking those down.
He's been shooting the ball much better at the line of late. That's a 9-point lead for Kentucky, the largest of the first half. 1:45 to play. Here's Johnson, left side beyond the 3-point line. Couple of jab steps, just holding the ball down at his waist. Now turns his back to Aberdeen, backs him into the paint, throws it over to Knox on the right side. Knox comes into the lane, cut off, spins, 10-footer. No. And the rebound tapped by Moreno, and a save attempt by Capich is unsuccessful. It'll be Kentucky's ball. I think if Capich had let it go, it would have been out off Moreno.
Yeah, it could have been. It was kind of close. I can understand him going to try to save that.
Maybe he knew he had touched it.
Yeah. Kentucky's played some good defense, though.
Oweh, left side. Feeds it down to Jelavic on the baseline. Diagonal pass to the top to Moreno. Hands it to Aberdeen. Aberdeen fires it back over to Chandler on the right side. Cross court to Oweh. Oweh with a jab step. Slides left. They get a moving screen on Jelavic. His first. That's 8 on the Wildcats.
Another turnover.
Offensive foul. We'll give it to South Carolina in backcourt. Kentucky's got to cut down on those turnovers. They've had 41 versus 40 assists in this 3-game losing streak that they're on. B.T. Johnson works his way to the free throw line and hits the leaner from 15 feet out straight away.
And you know he's going to figure out a way to get his offensive game going.
28-21 Kentucky. As Aberdeen walks it up from backcourt, under a minute to play. 45 seconds as Aberdeen stands and dribbles just across the midcourt circle. Gets it left side to Chandler, who drives through the lane and circles out to the right side. There's it back across court to Jelavic. Feeds it into Moreno. Left of the lane. Drops it off to Aberdeen. Out to the corner to Jelavic. Turns down the 3. Tries to work his way into the paint. Loses the ball. Shoot the wide open shot. He doesn't have confidence in it, but you got to take them when they're wide open, or it just messes everything up.
It does. I mean, that's a turnover. Even before he turns it over, it's a turnover.
17 seconds to play, 1 less second on the shot clock as Johnson just stands and dribbles on that Gamecock logo at midcourt. Now starts inching forward at 9 seconds. Gets into the lane, then hooks it out to Capich. Capich comes into the paint with an 8-foot floater, rattles out, no good. Rebound, loose on the floor. Capich digs it out, but the buzzer goes off before they can get a shot off. And Kentucky will take a 7-point lead into the locker room after a sloppy and poor shooting first half for the Wildcats, but they are up by 7, 28-21. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network. 21 Kentucky as we get ready to go with the second half. Tom Leach, Goose Gibbons here at Colonial Life Arena. Far from capacity crowd and a lot of blue. If Kentucky can give all these folks something to cheer about, you'll hear them in the second half. Goose, we keep talking about the turnovers. Kentucky had 9 of them in the first half. The reason is that this season they're 9-2 when they have fewer than 10 turnovers with 7 consecutive wins, and they have had double-digit turnovers for 3 in a row and 1 away from 4 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, and some of the turnovers are just not forced turnovers. You dribble the ball, and it squirts out of your hand.
Yeah.
You commit an offensive foul with an unnecessary move on the screen. That's happened twice. So that's 2 turnovers. And, it's just stuff that if you really are focused in, you don't make those kind of turnovers.
Starters back in the game for Kentucky. South Carolina with the basketball to start the second half. Johnson out deep on the left side. Mouse pass to Strong at the left elbow. Moreno gives him a little space, so Strong will take the shot and hit it. Well, he didn't respect his shot, and Strong gets his first bucket of the night. 28-23, Kentucky. South Carolina got the first basket of each half. Oweh out beyond the arc on the left side. Feeds Moreno on the pick and roll. Goes for the bucket and missed the shot right at the rim. It came around and dropped off and into the hands of Johnson.
I'm not going to say it.
You mean the dunk? Johnson into the circle.
You can say it. I'm not saying it.
Johnson going down the right side of the lane. Jump pass over to the corner. Walker's three. Good from deep in the left corner. And South Carolina scores 5 straight out of the locker room. 5 threes for the Gamecocks. 28-26. Kentucky's lead once 9 down to 2. Chandler's pass to Oweh in the left corner is deflected out of bounds as Colin was working along the baseline under the basket, and Kentucky will now put it in play right down in front of our broadcast spot on the left baseline. Aberdeen will trigger it in. He was the leading scorer for Kentucky in the first half with 11. Get it into Moreno. He's it right back to Aberdeen. Fires it to the right side. Jelavic, 3. Missed it off the wing. And the rebound tapped out of bounds by Moreno. He was back behind Strong, who had blocked him out. It'll be South Carolina basketball. And Andrea's getting great looks at threes, Goose, but he just can't make them.
Well, I mean, I know he's not made one, but if they're going to leave you that open with as well as you shoot it, you just have to keep shooting it.
And before tonight, a 40% shooter at the three-point line in SEC play.
Yeah.
Here's Strong at the left elbow. South Carolina down 2. Strong works his way down the lane, spins, shoots an 8-footer over Moreno. It's no good, and Moreno rebounds it for Kentucky. Outlet pass to Aberdeen up the left side, cross court to Oweh. Oweh comes into the circle, step back 15-footer, comes up short, and it's batted around into the hands of Jelavic. They get it out to Aberdeen, deep 3, left side, missed it, and rebound South Carolina. Kentucky, 4 of 18 at the three-point line in this game. Sharp jumps, passes right side to Johnson. Going to elevate up and shoot a 3. No good. Long rebound to Oweh, but it's going to be a foul on Kentucky. On Jelavic. His second. First of the half on the Wildcats.
Long rebound. Kentucky has it going. I just don't know why you hold in that situation.
It's a South Carolina team that is one of the worst shot blocking teams in the nation.
Yeah.
They need to try to get it in. Try to get something, maybe get to the line so they're not making shots. And South Carolina's just tied the game as Sharp jumps, worked his way down the lane off the inbounds and scored it right underneath the basket. 28-28. Oweh, left side, comes out front, double teamed, backs out of it, passes to his left to Aberdeen on the wing. Cross court to Jelavic, another open 3. Hit it!
Got to keep shooting it, man. You better keep shooting it.
9 points for Jelavic. And Kentucky back in front, 31-28. Johnson standing and dribbling out in the middle of the floor. Aberdeen moving with him as he floats over to the right. Knox comes to get it. Knox fires it off to Sheriff Jumps on the left side. And here's a whistle away from the ball and an offensive foul on South Carolina.
Now, Tom, that shot that Jelavic just took. You want to, and I'm up here looking. You want to know what was different about that?
What?
He didn't think about it.
Just caught it and shot it.
He just caught it and shot it.
Great point.
I mean, if you think about it, you're going to more times than not talk yourself out of making it. He just caught it and let it go.
Foul was on Walker of South Carolina. His first turnover. Gamecocks gives the Cats the ball.
Shoot another one.
Left corner. Jelavic 3. Missed this one. Rebound Moreno off the backside. Out to Aberdeen. Aberdeen penetrates. Pull up 8-footer. No good. Jelavic rebounds. Knocked out of his hands. Out of bounds to Kentucky. Well, he's got to give Jelavic credit. He is working the glass.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing enough good stuff that he should be confident.
Strong goes out. Capich back in for South Carolina. 31-28 Kentucky, almost 3 minutes into the second half. Chandler. Moreno gets knocked down in the lane, pops up as they throw it out to Jelavic, hands it to Aberdeen. Aberdeen passes left side to Oweh. Lob for Jelavic, catches and scores in one motion off the feed. Diagonal from Oweh.
Great luck.
Oweh on the left wing, threw it across to the right side of the rim.
And I'm really happy that Oweh doesn't have to do all the scoring tonight.
33-28. Kentucky by 5. Johnson, right wing, throws it out front, gets it right back. Takes it to the left elbow. Overhead pass to the right side to Knox. Knox comes into the paint. Pull up 10-footer. Good. Over the outstretched hand of Chandler. Obi Knox averaging 15 a game, shooting 54% over his last 4. Second bucket of the night. 33-30 Kentucky. Oweh, crossover dribble into the circle, and they call him for carrying the ball.
First time this year I've seen that called either way.
I can't remember one either. 33-30 Kentucky, and South Carolina's got it back on the 10th Kentucky turnover of the night.
Kind of funny, isn't it? I know we've talked a lot about officiating the last few days, but
can be expensive, as you heard today.
Man, yes, it can be. Depends on how you talk about him.
Johnson comes into front court, works it over to his left side, gives it back to Cavich. Right side to Knox. That'll be on the three-point line. Going to back in on Chandler. Fires it out front to Cavich. Cavich hands it off to Johnson. Johnson, top of the circle. Moreno's got it on the switch.
Get a hand up.
Get a hand up. Nope, they're down at his waist. Johnson drives, takes it in deep, pivot, shoots over Moreno and scores. Crafty player.
Yeah. Well, he comes to those 2 feet. He gets a good stop, collects himself, and he can make a lot of things happen.
Jelavic at the left elbow, hands it out front to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, step back, 3, left side. Good! 4 threes on the night and 14 points for Denzel Aberdeen. Kentucky lead back to 4 at 36-32.
Got to get some stops here.
Sheriff has the ball knocked away and stolen by Oweh. Oweh driving to the rim at the other end, draws the foul against Sheriff Thomas.
Well, quick hands by Oweh, knocks that one loose, and he grabs it and goes the other way.
That'll get Oweh to the free throw line when we come back. Kentucky leads here at South Carolina, 36-32. There's a timeout on the floor with 15:23 to play here on the UK Sports Network. Lead at halftime, but South Carolina has come out and made 5 of 7 to start the second half. They've cut the lead down to 4. It's Kentucky 36, South Carolina 32. But Oweh just got a steal and drew a foul on the drive against Sheriff Jumps, and that will put Ortega to the free throw line for 2 shots. He's coming off 2 games last week in which he scored 57 points in losses to Georgia and Auburn. He has just 4 points here tonight on 2 of 6 shooting, and this is going to be his first trip to the free throw line.
But it's an area, if you look for a down area of Ortega's game over the last month, maybe SEC season, it's at the free throw line. So, when you have trouble scoring points, this free throw line, you get focused in even more. So,
first one's in the air. It's good for Oweh. South Carolina women's coach Dawn Staley in the house tonight. They will be up at Kentucky to face the Wildcats of Kenny Brooks on Senior Day Sunday afternoon. And Oweh hits 2.
Hadn't happened much. By the way, Malachi Moreno was taken back to the locker room, but I think he was getting more tape on his ankle. Didn't look serious. He jogged off, but he did talk to trainer. And
Johnson gets into the lane at the other end. Throws it off on the right side to Ellis, who's checked in. Back to Johnson straight away. 38-32 Kentucky. Johnson comes into the paint, leans into Aberdeen, and draws the foul. That's the second on Denzel. A guy like Johnson is like Hall that Kentucky defended so well on Saturday. They both like to jump into the defenders, and more often than not, they get that call because Johnson has shot 121 free throws in SEC play. That's about 9 per game.
Yeah.
He's 1 for 2 there tonight. Kentucky with a 6-point lead is Michi Johnson. Blitz at 5. Good.
Yeah, he's really, really good, obviously. Just coming to 2 feet, gets a good stop, and then he's strong enough that he can get that upper body into players and draw the foul.
Averaging 23 a game over his last 3, and he hits 2 at the line to get to 10 points here tonight, and Kentucky's lead cut back to 4 at 38-34. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Aberdeen goes right off the Chandler screen, but he can't get into the lane. Passes in the corner to Jelavic. Back to Aberdeen. Garrison in the game comes out to get it. Gives it off to Oweh. Oweh back over to Aberdeen to Jelavic in the corner. Comes through the paint. Out to Oweh straight away. 8 to shoot. Oweh wants to go to work. Couple of crossovers. Goes up with a pass to Garrison. Fires it out to Aberdeen. Quick 3 in the air. It's no good. But Jelavic tracks down the rebound. Throws it back out front. And it's stolen by Johnson. So he makes a good play and follows it with a bad one. 38-34, Kentucky, South Carolina with the ball. Ellis on the right side. Throws it back out to Johnson. They swing it to Walker to Knox in the left corner. Knox comes back out front, tracked by Oweh over to Caput for three off the right side and way off the mark. Rebounded by Garrison. Outlet to Aberdeen. Moreno comes back out.
Gotta get a basket. Need a basket.
Moreno's back sitting down on the Kentucky bench now. Here's Oweh in the right corner. A three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by South Carolina. Kentucky continues to struggle at that three-point line tonight. Wildcats now 5 of 19. Ellis takes it all the way down to the right baseline, spins into the paint. Now goes back to the baseline, but he can't get a shot against Aberdeen. Hits Walker cutting through the lane, and he puts in the basket. He helped out his teammate who was in trouble, cut to the basket, and Ellis found him. 38-36, and here's a foul down low as Aberdeen threw it into Garrison right into the basket, and Walker pushed him from behind. That's his second and the team's third, and Dioubate is going to check in. Jelavic will come out.
Now, one difference between, not all of the differences between Jelavic and Mo D is that if Mo D gets that offensive rebound, he's able to score it. Jelavic usually tries to get it out of the paint to someone else. So if those offensive rebounds continue to be there, maybe you'll see Mo put one back in.
Aberdeen out, Jasper Johnson in at the point for Kentucky. Feeds it to Garrison. Hands it off to Oweh, curling through the paint, lost the handle, but tracks it down over the right corner. Goes baseline, flips it out to Johnson, straight away, wide open, missed the three, and Dioubate taps the ball out of bounds, trying to track down the rebound. It'll be South Carolina's ball.
Well, I would just love to have some of these wide open looks that Kentucky's had in this game, boy, and just not able to knock the shots down.
They had 12 threes in the loss to Georgia last Tuesday night, but they struggled at the three-point line against Auburn on Saturday, and it's continued here in South Carolina. Kentucky's lead down to 2 as Johnson dabs it down to the right baseline and gets the foul call against Colin Chandler. Just his first.
No, they can't give you continuation on that, can you? I guess they are.
They get to go to the line out of that.
Yeah.
2 fouls on Kentucky. Correction, third team foul on Kentucky. Michi Johnson at the line with a chance to tie the score. They picked up 2 fouls and sat for a long time in the first half. South Carolina went from 4 up to 4 down by the time he came back out on the floor. Free throw good. And he's up to 11 points. Starting to get some rhythm to his game. South Carolina scored the last 5. They were down 7 at the half. They could be tied if he makes this shot. Missed his first one. He's made 4 in a row since at the charity stripe. And it's good. 38 all. With 13:08 to play. And the South Carolina fans that are here have come alive. Johnson pressured out front by Michi Johnson. Chandler comes into the circle. Back to Johnson. Juggles it on the left side. Drives on Johnson. Down to the baseline. Wraparound pass is stolen. He could see Oweh in the corner, but he didn't see Knox. Another Kentucky turnover. Johnson, front court. Drives on Jasper Johnson. Crosses over. Goes right. Down the lane. Flips it up. No good. Tapped around and controlled by Garrison. Out to Jasper Johnson. Leads the break up the left side for Kentucky. Spins his way into the paint. Dribbled it off the foot of Garrison, but Jasper Johnson gets it back. Feeds Garrison. Nice bounce pass over to Dioubate. Puts it up. It won't go. Garrison's got it. Puts it up. Goes in. Got fouled.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
It ain't pretty.
Oh,
but it counted for 2. It's 4 fouls on South Carolina. Didn't see who got the personal. I think it was Capich. We'll give it to him for now. And Aberdeen's going to come back into the game for Kentucky as Brandon Garrison goes to the line for a chance to complete a 3-point play as Chandler is going to come out and Aberdeen's back in.
God, we just have a knack for making this game harder than it needs to be, you know? I mean, boy, if you just take the simple play, just take the easy play.
Brandon Garrison, free throw in the air. It's good. Completes the 3-point play and gives Kentucky a 3-point lead at 41-38. Garrison's first points of the night. And just the 6th free throw attempt of the night for Kentucky. They shot only 17 on Saturday. That was their second low of the season. South Carolina with a basketball. 12-12 left to play here in the second half. Sheriff Johns, left of the circle, picks up his dribble. Over to Knox. Jab step, he's beyond the three-point line. One-hand pass traded with Walker. Knox, three ball, good. Tie game again at 41. South Carolina is red hot in this second half. Last in the league in three-point percentage and two-point percentage. Coming into the game tonight, 41 all. Dioubate comes into the paint, turns the corner, gets to the rim, puts it in, got the foul on Butler.
Well, that's the shot I'm talking about for Dioubate. He can get that at the rim where Jelavic, although he's had a couple backdoor cuts tonight, it's not one of those plays that he makes very often.
Gets hit. They're struggling to hit from the outside, so they're getting the ball in deep. And Dioubate scored at the rim after Garrison did it a moment ago. Dioubate will be at the line when we come back from this timeout with 11:41 to play. It's Kentucky 43, South Carolina 41 on the UK Sports Network. Kentucky 43, South Carolina 41 with 11:41 to play in the game. Mo Dioubate just scored on a drive, and he'll be at the line for a chance to complete another three-point play for the Wildcats. South Carolina shooting 7 of 11 in this second half. Kentucky 5 of 15 for the night. The Wildcats 35% from the field, and over half their shots have been at the three-point line, and they've only made 6 of 24.
Yeah, that's kind of the start shooting the basketball that I was hoping Kentucky came out with, and that I anticipated Kentucky coming out with, but hasn't happened.
0 for 1 at the line. This one's good. Another three-point play for the Cats.
A kill would be really good right now for Kentucky. That's 3 straight stops.
A little backcourt pressure from the Wildcats. First time we've seen this. South Carolina threw it away. Ellis from backcourt threw it into front court. Dioubate picked it off. He drives for the bucket and puts it in at the other end. He went 3/4 of the court to score it.
Now that's one stop. Can you get 2 more in a row?
46-41. The lead's 5 now for Kentucky. Here's Strong. Right side. Swings it over on the left side. Priest Esekindoko. Here's Knox. Bounce feed down on the block. It's Strong. Comes into the paint with a left-hand hook. That's good. South Carolina executing its offense quite well there. 46-43. Kentucky's lead is 3. Garrison dribbles over to his right, hands it to Oweh. Oweh moves across the circle going left, gives it to Dioubate, to Johnson in the corner, back to Dioubate, goes for the dunk, and the shot is blocked out of bounds off Izidoko. And touch last by Dioubate. It'll be South Carolina ball.
A good take by Mo. Just a better defensive play. And then Mo was on the baseline laying down, and South Carolina threw the ball off of him.
Esendoko is 7 feet tall, 280, and he went up and blocked that shot at the highest point from Dioubate, who was going for the dunk. So Kentucky's lead, 46-43. Oweh goes out, Chandler back in. Kentucky still picking up in backcourt. Michi Johnson, double team, floats it over to Sheriff Johns. Bounces it across the line. They get it to Knox. Back over to Michi Johnson. Right side. 3-ball. No good. Rebound ripped off by Garrison for Kentucky. That would have tied the game had it gone. Aberdeen comes into front court. Out deep on the left side. Pounding that right-hand dribble. Johnson comes to get it. Freshman goes to his right. Keeps his dribble. Goes for the basket. Drops it off for Garrison. And Garrison couldn't find it. And it's a turnover.
Now, that's the one thing Jasper can't do. If you turn it over, it just leads to the bench.
South Carolina. The collision at the other end as Knox was backing his way down, and they call a block on Kentucky.
Now, that's Jasper Johnson trying to entice the official to blow the charge.
Instead, he picks up his second foul. The team's 4th. Johnson will come out, and Oweh back in with 10:01 to play.
Yeah, and Jasper played hard. He really did. But, boy, that shot's not falling right now, and then he turned it over 2 or 3 times, and that's a bad combination.
Got to make better decisions with the basketball in a close game like this. Pass is deflected by Moreno on the inbounds, and Aberdeen comes up with the ball. Throws it ahead to Oweh, going for the basket at the other end. Missed it, jammed in by Moreno, who ran the floor.
Great job.
And got the follow slam.
Made the play on one end, followed it up on the the other. That's a huge transition basket right there.
48-43. Kentucky by 5. South Carolina's ball. Strong. Right baseline drive on Dioubate. Backs him into the paint, goes up, and it goes in, and he got fouled. Just a strong move by the 6'8", 250-pound former Boston College Eagle, and he'll go to the line for a chance to complete a three-point play. Diobate's third foul, and on Kentucky, that's 5. Strong, a 78% free throw shooter, can cut the lead down to 2.
That's a bad exchange right there.
Strong shoots and hits. 2-point lead for Kentucky, 48-46. 9.5 minutes to play. Chandler out deep on the right side for the Cats. To Aberdeen in the middle of the floor. Aberdeen goes down the left side, cut off, steps back, shoots a 3. Off the mark, no good. And the rebound lost out of bounds off South Carolina. Dioubate and Jelavic were resting after it, and South Carolina touched it last. Sandoko goes out of the game, and Walker comes back in for the Gamecocks.
Great hustle play by Mo Dioubate that time.
Chandler will play it in for Kentucky on the right side, right in front of some South Carolina fans. Comes into Aberdeen, 48-46 Kentucky, 9:18 to play in the game. Moreno dribbles left, gives it to Oweh. Tries to go baseline, cut off, backs out. 2 defenders chasing him. He picks up his dribble, throws it to Aberdeen straight away. Aberdeen double teamed off the screen. Now he's got one man on him. Takes him down into the lane. Pivots, fall away 10-footer. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Walker. South Carolina with the ball down 2 as we go under 9 minutes to play. Johnson off the screen, comes into the middle, hooks it back over his shoulder. Strong's 3, no good. Rebound tapped around and controlled by Dioubate for Kentucky. Oweh able to get a tap on it. Pass comes to Oweh in front court, goes for the basket, shots blocked. Moreno chases it down, throws it out front, but it's intercepted by Johnson, and he's racing the other way. Johnson, lob for Jelavic. Can't come up with it, or does come up with it, gets it over to Strong, who ties the score. Jelavic couldn't catch it and score, but he was able to retain the ball, and he got it to Strong, and the game is tied at 48 for the 5th time tonight. Kentucky will take a timeout. And the crowd here in South Carolina suddenly comes alive. Their team was down 7 at the break, but they have looked like a different team offensively in the second half, and they've tied the score at 48-all with 8:17 to play. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network. Presented by UK Healthcare. The show airs weeknights at 7:30 on WLEX in Lexington. If you're outside Lexington, you can watch it at bbntonight.com. 48-48 with 8:17 to play. And Goose, South Carolina is playing with a lot of confidence for a team that has won just 3 league games out of 14.
Well, you have to look at that team in blue to figure out why that's happening. Kentucky still turning the ball over. They had 9 at halftime, another 5 here in this half. So you keep giving them extra opportunities, and you're not getting a look at the basket. And, yeah, you can get some confidence that way, and that's what's happening with South Carolina right now.
South Carolina 10 of 16 in this half. Kentucky 7 of 22. Aberdeen's got it out front, out there with Moreno, Oweh, Dioubate, and Chandler. Oweh's got it in the middle of the floor. Goes down the left side of the lane. Gets to the rim and lays it up and in. His first field goal of the second half. He's got 8 points.
But they're doing a great job on Oweh, though. Usually, as soon as he catches the ball, he's going against 2 people.
Ellis walks it into front court for South Carolina. They got Johnson playing off the ball now. Sharp jumps left of the circle. Gives it up to Strong. Strong playing with confidence right now. Loses the ball. Moreno stole it away. Bounce pass ahead to Aberdeen. Back to Moreno. Goes for the bucket and gets fouled by Sharp jumps.
Active hands by Malachi. Knocked a couple of them away like that.
And now he will go to the line for 2 shots. And that will get us to a timeout with 7:40 to play in the game. Kentucky 50, South Carolina 48. Moreno at the line when we return to Columbia on the UK Sports Network. 50-48, Kentucky leading South Carolina with 7:40 here to play. Goose, Oweh, and Colin Chandler combined to average 28 points a game. So far tonight, they have 11. Collin made the first basket of the game for Kentucky. He's only been able to get up 2 more shots and missed them both. So he and Oweh are combined 4 of 13 from the field. South Carolina's doing a nice job of keeping 2 defenders around Kentucky's big 3. Aberdeen's been able to exceed his average by 1 point at 14, and they're giving shots to other guys, and you've got Jelavic, Johnson, and Noah combined 1 for 12 at the 3-point line.
Yeah, that's a bad combination right there. And, you know, Collin has not even been open. I'm talking about he hasn't even gotten a glimpse at the basket without somebody on him. So he's going to have to do a little bit better job moving without the ball.
Free throw, Moreno's good. He is 3 for 3 at the line and has 5 points. He's made a couple of defensive plays in this half that have led to points. The second one rolls in.
Yep.
Malachi Moreno gives Kentucky a 4-point lead. That's picking up in backcourt after the made free throws. Johnson's got it for South Carolina. And he has it out deep on the right side in front court. Ellis comes to take it. They'll move Johnson off the ball down in the right corner now. Here's Sharp jumps out front. He has 9 coming off a 21-point game. They get it to Michi Johnson. Takes it down to the right baseline. Throws it back out to Strong. His 10-footer good.
Boy, they can't miss, man. They just cannot miss.
Strong has all 11 of his points here in this second half. 52-50. Kentucky's lead down to 2. We come down to 7 minutes to play in the game. They got Oweh in the middle of the floor. Goes down the left side. Goes up for the shot. And it flies out of his hands. And a turnover.
Control of it again.
15 turnovers. That's twice tonight that's happened.
Too much dribbling. Just dribble.
Johnson.
Yeah.
On the drive. Got by Oweh, who reached around and committed his second foul. 6 on Kentucky. So South Carolina will be in the bonus on the next Kentucky foul.
Thomas, I mean, you see Kentucky and you make one pass and it ends up with a guy, and then that guy feels like it's his responsibility to get something to happen. But I understand we do that with Oweh often, but when he's getting the attention he's getting, you just need to keep that ball moving.
Essendoko's back into the game at the 5 spot for South Carolina. Johnson's got it off the pick from Essendoko. Takes it over to the left side. Couldn't get into the lane. Diabate's got him on a switch. Johnson tries to drive. Diabate knocks it away. Johnson tracks it down. 6 to shoot. Johnson drives on Diabate and threw it away.
Good job,
Sailed it over the head of Sharp jumps in the left corner.
Great job defensively by Mo. I mean, that's a tough handle out there on an island all by yourself, trying to keep that guy from getting to the paint.
10th turnover for South Carolina.
Gotta score.
Aberdeen throws it right side to Diabate. They're not guarding him. So he's going to come into the lane and throw it out front to Moreno. Wanted to hand it to Oweh. Couldn't. Gives it to Aberdeen on the left side. Bounce pass back to Moreno. Down on the baseline. Bounces it to Diabate at the high post. Diabate's going to try to take Essendoko. Going to pull up, shoot over him, and it's no good. Gets his own rebound. Feeds Aberdeen, cutting into the paint. Puts up the shot. Backed it in right out in front of the basket.
Great job, Mo. Boy, you just have to keep working, and Mo always is working.
17 offensive rebounds, 13 second chance points for Kentucky. 54-50, the Cats lead it. Here's Johnson, right side, a 3, no. Moreno taps it out, but it goes to Ellis of South Carolina. Ellis comes into the paint, spins on Chandler, a 6-footer, no good. Chandler rebounds it.
Oh, that's a big miss.
Kentucky with the ball up 4. Chandler comes to the top of the circle, backs out, puts it between his legs, gives it up
Get some movement.
to Aberdeen on the right side.
Movement.
5:30 to play in the game. Cats with the ball up 4. Big trip here. Moreno hands it off to Aberdeen. Aberdeen starts inside, now backs out beyond the 3-point line. Pass to the right corner to Diabate. He drives his way through the lane, getting bumped by Walker, spins on him, goes up, missed the shot, gets his own rebound, ball stripped away. He dives on the floor, battle for it, and it's a jump ball call, possession arrow to Kentucky.
Oh, boy.
Boy, Diabate is battling.
He just works, man.
His relentless work on the boards has been huge for Kentucky. 5:10 to play. Garrison's coming in. Moreno will get a breather. So it's Kentucky's ball, leading 54-50. Another chance to build on this 4-point lead. Aberdeen down on the baseline.
Sounds like we're at a pro baseball game at the Reds or something.
Aberdeen left baseline, floats it into Garrison, makes the catch, juggles it, hands it to Chandler. Chandler backs out beyond the three-point line, slides left, drops it off to Garrison. Bounce feed to Dioubate, cutting under the basket, and he draws the foul. As he made the cut from the right corner, Garrison found him with a bounce pass. And we get a foul called against Esendoko. That's his first, and that's 7 on South Carolina. This will put Dioubate at the line for 2 shots.
And you know another thing with Kentucky's offense, man, everything is happening inside the three-point. All 5 guys are inside the three-point line. So the South Carolina players, as big and long as they are, they all have a foot in the paint.
Yes.
So it's hard to make passes cleanly.
Dioubate 1 for 2 at the line. Rims it out, no good. 69% shooter, 1 more shot coming. Strong checks back in. A Walker out for South Carolina.
Boy, Esendoko is a big dude, isn't he? Woo.
As I said, 7 feet, 280.
280.
And he got up on that block earlier against Dioubate. He's at the line for 1 more shot to try to extend the lead to 5 with 5:01 on the clock. It's good. 55-50, Kentucky. For Dioubate, that's 8 points. Kentucky picking up in backcourt. Ellis working against Oweh. Throws it to Knox. Cross-court pass to Johnson. This pressure's bothered South Carolina. The full court or three-quarter court press a little bit.
It slowed them down.
Ellis out deep on the right side. Picks up his dribble. Floats the pass out to Johnson. Knocked away. Picked up by Oweh. Feeds Chandler for the dunk. 7-point Kentucky lead.
Oh, boy. Just keep working. Sometimes you got to win them ugly.
57-50 Kentucky, and a foul on Oweh as Ellis went by him, and Oweh reached again around and committed his 3rd foul. And this will put Ellis at the line for South Carolina, where he shoots 86%. Eli Ellis from Hickory, North Carolina, one of the top 10 rated point guards coming out of high school last season. Averages 9 a game, has not scored tonight, but coming off a 13-point game against Mississippi State. 4:31 on the clock. If there's a held ball, the next arrow's going South Carolina's way. Both teams shooting 1 and 1 on a foul. 57-50 Kentucky. Free throw's good.
Got to execute, Tom. If you get a shot at the basket, man, you give yourself a chance to win.
1 more shot for Ellis. The bonus is good. 57-52. Kentucky with the ball up 5. Aberdeen, Oweh, Garrison, Dioubate, and Chandler on the floor for the Cats. Chandler on the right side. Drops it off to Dioubate. Goes under the basket. Yes. Reverse layup good. He used the basket to shield himself away from the shot blocker, Esendoko.
He used his quickness also.
10 for Mo D. 59-52. Kentucky.
Can you get a stop?
Minutes to play.
You get a stop?
Ellis out deep on the left side. Floats to the middle of the floor. Gives it over to Strong. He's in the big second half. Back to Ellis. Shot clock at 10 seconds. Ellis drives. Pump fake. Can't get a shot. Over to Strong. Strong's going to try to take Dioubate. Goes into the lane. Pulls up. 10-footer. No good. Rebound Esendoko. Throws it out to Strong. He's going to shoot a 3. No. Rebounded by Oweh. He was wide open, but not a great three-point shooter, and it is. Oweh works his way into the circle, cut off, ball's knocked away, and stolen by South Carolina.
Why dribble that?
He dribbled it into traffic and turned it over. Ellis down the lane, fouled by Chandler.
Why dribble it in the paint? You
I
got
don't have a good answer for you.
Clock is in your favor.
Yes. Use some time. So Ellis is going to go back to the line, and with 3:30 to play, there's a timeout on the floor. It's Kentucky 59, South Carolina 52 on the UK Sports Network. 3:30 to play, Kentucky 59, South Carolina 52, but Eli Ellis of the Gamecocks is going to be at the line for 2 shots. Time for our key scholarship, key play of the game. For now, I'm going to say it's Malachi Moreno. Kentucky was clinging to a 50-48 lead. South Carolina had the ball. Moreno came up with a steal and then got fouled at the end of the play and hit 2 free throws, and that gave Kentucky a little separation. It was 52-48 at that point. They ended up going on a 9-2 run that pushed the lead out to 7, and it is at 7 right now. Since Since 1999, $578 million in scholarships and grants funded by lottery proceeds have been used at UK. The Kentucky Lottery truly is fueling imagination and funding education.
Tom, I thought another key play for Malachi was when he deflected the pass that led to the turnover.
Yes.
Kentucky got it on the break. We missed the shot, but Malachi following up dunked it through. So that was a big play as well.
You are exactly right. Ellis at the line for 2 shots for South Carolina. First one rims around and stays in for his 3rd point. One more shot coming. Cuts the lead to 6. 3:30 left to play in the game. It's good. 59-54 Kentucky.
See if South Carolina comes with some full court pressure. Yeah, they are bringing a little bit also.
South Carolina now 12 of 15 at the line. Kentucky still in backcourt. Aberdeen got to get it across the line. Finally bounces it to Chandler. Chandler drives through 2 defenders and goes over out deep on the right side and gives it back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen out deep on the right side. Shot clock at 12 as he passes to Moreno at the top of the offense. Hands it to Oweh with 8. Oweh holding the ball at his waist. Goes to his right. Carses back over. Gets in deep. Flips up the shot and he couldn't get it to go. Been a tough night for Otega Oweh. Now 3 of 12 from the field. Johnson out deep on the left side. Fakes the 3. Drives. Kicks it to Sheriff Jobs. His 3. Good. And the lead's down to 2 with 2:50 to play. That's the first field goal in 4.5 minutes for South Carolina. Kentucky's going to take a timeout with 2:43 to play. Kentucky got its go-to guy going downhill to the rim, but Oweh couldn't finish. South Carolina scores a 3 at the other end, and with 2:43 to play, Kentucky's lead has been cut to 2, 59-57.
But sometimes those kind of shots that Oweh normally makes, it just didn't go. I mean, he got one of the better looks he's had. It wasn't in a lot of traffic, but it's one of the better looks he's had. But it just came off the rim.
Kentucky's 1-4 this season when it has more turnovers than assists, and it has 11 assists and 15 turnovers tonight. Wow. The one win was a 16 turnover game against a very good St. John's team. But normally that's obviously not a winning formula for Kentucky, nor is shooting under 40%, and they're at 37% right now. But what has helped offset those numbers for Kentucky is a stellar job on the boards. 43-25 advantage on the glass, 18 offensive rebounds, 14-4 in second chance points, and leading the way Moreno with 11 rebounds, and Brandon Garrison with 6. Aberdeen, middle of the floor. So Kentucky draws up out of the timeout. Aberdeen goes right. Gives it back to Chandler. Feeds Moreno on the pick and roll and scores it at the rim.
And Kentucky ran that high screen and roll a lot earlier, and we talked about that might be open for them. They executed it very well.
Johnson down the lane. Gets in deep. It's blocked. Dioubate blocked it. Outlet pass to Chandler for Kentucky.
Just slow it down.
What a defensive play by Dioubate. Blocked the shot at the rim when Johnson was at point-blank range.
Mo has been the man.
2:05 to play. 61-57 Kentucky Cats with the ball. Chandler's got it. Left of the circle. Gives it back out deep on the right to Aberdeen. Shot clock at 7 seconds. Aberdeen back to Chandler. Deep 3. Left side. Yes!
Oh, boy.
He made the first basket of the game. That's the first basket since. 64-57 Kentucky. 140. There's the Kentucky fans with a Go Big Blue chant. 3 off the right side. Bounces off. Rebound snatched by Oweh for Kentucky.
Boy, he got hit in the eye.
Sheriff Jobs, I think it was launched the 3. Missed it. Aberdeen fouled as he comes across the line in front court. It's going to be on Strong. It'll put Aberdeen at the line with 1:28 to play.
Colin Chandler.
Mr. Clutch. Captain Clutch, as Tom Hart calls him.
God, he was almost in Mark Pope's lap right there on that shot.
But one thing about him, he didn't hesitate.
He has no... He doesn't.
He could be in the 606 area code. He could be in 502. He's going to let it fly if he feels it. At the line, Denzel Aberdeen. 1 and a bonus. 1:28 to play. The Cats have a 64-57 lead. That's 8 fouls on South Carolina.
Big free throws here, Tom.
Aberdeen, 79%. Hits.
Good. I love that first one going.
His first free throw of the night. His three-point shooting in the first half was massive for Kentucky. He is now 17 as Garrison comes in and Moreno goes out. I think he's gotten great production at that 5 spot tonight, especially on the glass.
Gotten some points off the bench, too.
Yes, Dioubate with 10 big points. Aberdeen's bonus shot, perfect.
Boy, love the swish, and we're sitting up in the rafters, but you still hear that swish on those nets.
66-57 Kentucky. Johnson out beyond the arc on the right side, guarded by Oweh. Pass out front to Ellis. He's going to shoot a long three wide of the rim, and it's rebounded by Garrison, and he's fouled. With 1:15 to play. South Carolina shot the ball so well for most of the second half, but Kentucky, once they extended their defense into the backcourt, that kind of got their overall defense improved.
They accepted the challenge of getting out there stopping them. I mean, it's that simple sometimes, Tom. You can sit back and dare a guy to take it. I dare you to shoot that. And you get it in your face, and it's like, well, I guess I better stop daring him to shoot it because he's making it.
South Carolina's made one basket since the 7:13 mark. Garrison's free throw is no good. He had hit one earlier, misses the front end of the 1-and-1 there. 9-point lead for Kentucky, and South Carolina will take a timeout with 1:10 left to play in the game. Kentucky trying to survive.
Oh, man.
Get to the finish line and stop this 3-game losing streak and head back home to face Vandy on Saturday at 2 Eastern time. Mentioned the UK women against South Carolina. That's Sunday senior day at Memorial Coliseum. In between, they've got a road game at Auburn on Thursday night. They lost a heartbreaker for the second time this season to Vanderbilt on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's they could somehow upset the Gamecocks. That would probably lock in a top 4 seed for the Wildcats in the NCAA tournament. And they've beaten plenty of good teams this season. But South Carolina is probably going to be the tallest hill to climb.
Yeah, I think so. But, man, those ladies are fun to watch. They play hard. Coach Brooks doing a wonderful job with the team again this year. So
it's been a night here in this building, Goose, that's been a little bit of a house of horrors of late for Kentucky. There's a dead arena, but South Carolina came out and hit 4 threes by the first media timeout.
Oh, man.
And then they came out and were on fire to start the second half and had the lead, but Kentucky has been able to come back and go in front by 9, 66-57. Actually, I don't think South Carolina ever did retake the lead, but they tied it on multiple occasions. The last time in 48 before Kentucky has been able to push it back out now to a 66-57 lead. 5 ties, 1 lead change tonight. But it's been the board work for the Wildcats. 18 offensive rebounds, 14 second chance points, plus 19 overall on the glass against the South Carolina team that's been out-rebounded in 12 of 14 games. So it was crucial for Kentucky to maximize that advantage here tonight.
Yeah, especially with the way they have mishandled the basketball.
South Carolina plays it in on the side. Goes down to Johnson in the corner. Feeds it inside to Strong. Tried to guide it up to the basket. Missed it. Oweh comes out with it for Kentucky. Weaving his way through the defense. One-hand pass ahead to Chandler. Feeds Dioubate for the dunk.
Very nice job getting that rebound, getting it out. Oweh got it out before South Carolina could foul him.
A whistle.
He just kept pushing the ball. The whistle came because as Dioubate dunked it through, he kicked the ball and hit his foot and kicked it out of bounds.
11-point lead, the largest of the night for Kentucky. Dioubate with 12 big points off the bench tonight for the Cats. Down the lane. Here's a runner by Johnson. Missed everything. Rebounded by Chandler. Chandler sprints up the middle of the floor. Throws it ahead to Oweh. Goes for the dunk and missed it with 46 seconds to play. Sheriff jumps, driving the other way. Throws it ahead to Johnson, driving left baseline. Jump pass out to Strong. His 3, right side. No good. Rebound, Garrison pushed in the back by Johnson. And will walk to the other end. That's the 10th foul on South Carolina, so Garrison will get 2 shots.
Well, I hope Brandon's not, he's going to be the only one in blue shirts at the free throw line, I guess. Well, no, Mo is coming in there, but I never like to see that free throw shooter run there and stand there any longer than he has to thinking about it.
Garrison, deep breath, 1 dribble. Missed it. He hit his first one now. He's 1 for 3 on the night, 69% on the season coming into the game.
And that's why right there, you stand there extra time, man, and everybody else taking their time to get there. You give you too much time to think about it.
Second one's good. 4 points. But Garrison's done a tremendous job on the glass tonight for Kentucky.
He's been good.
69-57 Cats. South Carolina fans heading for the exits. Maybe nothing but blue left here by the end of the game. Johnson straight away. Goes by Dioubate, gets in deep, slides right, and banks it up and in. 13 for Johnson. Correction, 14 for Johnson. They get it into Aberdeen. He's double-teamed, and we get a foul called against South Carolina with only 22 seconds left to play. And it's on Johnson. That's his fourth.
Well, South Carolina still trying to force some turnovers there, so...
Eli Sparksman, a Little U senior reserve, about to check in for the Gamecocks, who throwing up the white flag with a 69-59 deficit and only 22 seconds left to play. It looks like Oweh's streak of 30 consecutive double-figure games is going to come to an end. He missed that dunk, and he is on 8 points. I thought it had a nice job on him and Chandler tonight. Free throw rattles around and comes off for Aberdeen.
Well, as ugly as this game has been, it's still somewhat good to know that Kentucky can win a game without Oweh being way up in the 20s.
That is an excellent point.
Yeah, that is not good to see for Oweh's sake, but for the team.
Aberdeen hits the second one. 19 points for him. Either he or Oweh's been the leading scorer in every game in SEC play, and Aberdeen's going to keep that streak going.
Whatever
19.
you do, don't foul.
70-59. Johnson hits a three from out top with only 14 seconds left to play. 17 for Johnson. They throw it ahead. Chandler with a dunk at the other end.
Well, and you say, well, don't want to shoot that one, but the fact that they're keeping the pressure on and Oweh fouls. But the fact that they're putting the pressure on, you have to go on and score that one when you get open because they're still bringing the pressure.
So that puts Meechie Johnson to the line. 9 fouls on Kentucky, so this is 1 in a bonus for Johnson. Only had 6 in the first half when he got into early foul trouble. Shooting for 18 points here. It's good.
Well, he is a competitor. I love these guards, players for that matter, who, even though things are not going perfectly right.
Missed the second one. Rebounded by Dioubate. 6 seconds. Kentucky can just hold the ball. The Wildcats are going to end the losing streak at 3 as they get out of Columbia with a win, 72-63 over South Carolina. Kentucky improves to 9-6 in the league and 18-10 overall. South Carolina 3-14 and 12-16. We'll be right back on the UK Sports Network.